I think Stephanie spoke about him. I know Triple H and Edge did. I know Charlotte spoke about him. I know CM Punk spoke about him because he was supposed to face CM Punk for the ECW title, and they were supposed to have a match. That match was against CM Punk, but after that episode aired, they found out more information of that whole incident in June 2007. And it says here that on a recent edition of Raw, WWE presented a special tribute. But he said, however, the facts of this horrific tragedy involving Chris Benoit that he did not know. He said there will be no mention of Mr. Benoit's name in this program and ever again. You know, it says shows dedicated to everyone who's affected by this terrible incident. And it's the first step of heal process with WWE performers will now do better by anyone in the world and it's to entertain you. And this kicked off the whole they're not going to mention Chris Benoit's name on WWE TV ever again. Meaning not only his name will not be mentioned, but all the matches he was involved in, all the scenes, all the cut scenes, all the promos, all the segments, anything involving him backstage, they were edited out by a WWE production team and later on edited out for the WWE Network. And of course, today, Peacock, you cannot barely see him on there involving commercials. Commercials, you can't see him. You couldn't see him on like the intros to programs. His matches isn't still on Peacock, but it's a special when they had a program that's showing all the wrestlers, all the classic wrestlers. He's not in it. His special matches are not mentioned. Nothing like that any nature. The only thing that's bad about it is since he's cut out, he's not mentioned. They said here that right here that Randy Orton won his first World Heavyweight Championship back in 2004. He was 24. So his match against the champion, Chris Benoit, is still considered a classic. However, this match did not get any recognition from WWE because of Chris Benoit, because it's such a missed opportunity. So not only is Chris Benoit stuff not mentioned anymore, for that matter, um, Randy Orton is not mentioned for his first ever World Heavyweight Championship win. So it kind of not only took Chris Benoit out, it took Randy Orton out as well. It took both of them out. So it says right here more in this article that when it happened prior to police determining the cause of it in the dark side of ring, they gathered all performers to break the horrific news to him. The Central show was canceled and the tribute was a regular Raw. But like I said, once they found out what happened, they did not want to mention Chris Benoit's name ever again. His name was omitted to be mentioned ever in any interviews, any programming, anything involving. If his name's mentioned, it's outside of WWE, as you hear with interviews, and it's with performers that's not even with WWE or not with WWE anymore, like or not employed by WWE. You hear Chris Jericho mention his name, you hear Kurt Angle mention his name. It got so bad, even his own son, David Benoit, they blackballed him. He had nothing to do with the whole incident, but because the name is so such a bad name, so toxic name, it hurt his son, who was a professional wrestler, wanted to be with WWE. He looked just like Chris Benoit, so they definitely won't let that happen. Not only your name, but you look like the man that did all those horrific things. So it's a unfortunate situation. And like I said, once again, these are real good information I'm giving here. I give myself one for this.
And I'm awesome!
So yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, Chris Benoit, not only did he ruin himself and his future of the name, he ruined his son as well. He ruined Randy Orton's first championship win. And Kurt Angle recently, back in April, did an interview saying, WWE, if you erase Chris Benoit's memory, you're erasing a chunk of my matches because Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle had a very good rivalry. back to the SmackDown 6 days, and back when they were the first ever WWE Tag Team Champions of the SmackDown brand. So it hurt a lot of people, not just Chris Benoit. Randy Orton, his son, Kurt Angle. So he was the World Heavyweight Champion. That is when the value also went down because Randy Orton won that title and no one even talks about it. And that's when it first began of the title losing value. It definitely lost value with Great Khali and Jack Swagger on the title. And of course, it really lost value once the whole Chris Benoit situation because it erased a lot of stuff, a lot of good matches when he was World Heavyweight Champion, and also Randy Orton's first championship win. Then, of course, the first story I mentioned the first big story is when Randy Orton, the real reason he won the championship was because of the whole youngest World Heavyweight Championship title. Not the actual title, but the youngest title, which Brock Lesnar was the youngest, and then it became Randy Orton. WWE was so upset with Brock Lesnar leaving. That's the way getting back at him. So that is crazy, but the World Heavyweight Championship's crazy. Don't even exist anymore. This particular version is not. In 2013, the title was retired in a TLC match between Randy Orton, the then WWE champion, and then World Heavyweight Champion John Cena. Randy Orton won the match, merged the belts, became WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He was the final World Heavyweight Champion, and his reign was only 4 minutes to merge the belts. They recently brought back the World Heavyweight Championship for 2023 at the Night of Champions 2023 event with Seth Rollins, the inaugural winner, the current World Heavyweight Champion. Hope he loses that soon because I don't like this champion. So, but that is definitely all I have regarding that situation of the demise of the World Heavyweight Championship and the unforgotten World Heavyweight Champion, which was Chris Benoit. You guys let me know in the live chat, comments, and playback what you think of this whole situation of the World Heavyweight Championship losing value and how it was at one point perceived the highest belt in the WWE. Then it went downhill and then it became retired. Even though they brought the new version of the World Heavyweight Championship, but it's not the same as this World Heavyweight Championship. It just has the same namesake, but it's not the same actual title. Don't follow the same history or lineage for that matter. This particular version does not exist anymore. Retired in 2013, like I said. And that's all I have. And the world champion's going to head out soon. I'm going to cover SummerSlam this Saturday, 2023. Red Carpet Ring, check me out there. I'll also be on Rumble. You can check me out a little bit on Facebook. World Heavyweight Champions is going to head out. World Heavyweight Champion is going to head out. Shortly, there will be 2 videos that will pop up of random Toxic Ring scandal content of random topics. Click into those 2 and check out the content, like and subscribe. As I stated earlier, of the content, I will always provide